Hi, are you in the government contracting space and trying to maximize your chances of winning proposals and bids using AI? I know that the process can be very time consuming and very hard. You have long documents that you need to skim through, and you have many opportunities out there that you may be not able to find. Well, today I will show you how you can maximize your chances by using free AI tools such as ChatGPT and Google Gemini. Why should you listen to me? Well, I am Humam. I have a master's degree in computer science, and I happen to be the co-founder and creator of SamSearch, an AI government contracting platform. So please watch till the end of the video to learn ins and outs of using AI for government contracting. Cheers. I'm so excited to share with you my tips and tricks, and the main objective here is to bid faster and win faster, and we want to use AI to maximize our chances of winning. And here I'm gonna dive deep into two AIs that we can look at. We have Google Gemini and then we have ChatGPT. I guess you can use only ChatGPT or only Gemini, but because we want to base this video on free tools, I chose to use Gemini because it has a very cool free feature that I want you guys to use. Let's go. I want to share with you the problems that I think are common across small businesses that are just starting out with government contracting or are actively pursuing contracts. So the first one is trouble understanding solicitations. I mean, even if you are seasoned, you still have to skim through lengthy documents. And we know that AI can be very good at this. In many cases, you may have an ineffective bidding process. What do I mean by this? It's maybe taking you a lot of time to find subcontractors to write your proposal and so on. And we know that AI can do a lot of things when it comes to all of these aspects. And in 2025, we have an abundance of free AI tools that we can utilize to make this process as seamless as possible. And of course, writing your winning proposals as fast as possible. Don't get me wrong, we don't want to use AI to do the whole job because it will not be able to do that. What we want to do here is maximize our gains by utilizing AI in the right way. So I want to make this as interactive as possible, and that's why I'm gonna base the whole video off a real solicitation that you can find on sam.gov. I'll click here on the link. We have an active solicitation about laundry dry cleaning service, and when you scroll down here, you see that the description is a bit longer than usual. So this is the first step that we can do. We can copy all of this description, and then we can head to ChatGPT and we can ask it to break down the solicitation description below. And then we get a very nice and organized solicitation description. We know that it's a single document that serves both as a notice and a solicitation. And then we have proposals are being requested now. And then we get the contract type, which is firm fixed price purchase order. And then this is important, the service overview, the customer, the service that we want to provide, and then the primary items that we are interested in. And you can go through the whole list and just figure out the key points of the description of this solicitation. This will help you to decide quickly, do I want to pursue this opportunity or not? Or what I call quick bid, no bid actions. So if all of this looks good for us and we want to dive deeper into this opportunity and actively pursue it, I will be writing all the prompts that I'm gonna use just to make it as easy and seamless for you guys to summarize everything that I'm talking about. So here what I said was, I would copy the solicitation description and write something along the line, break down the solicitation description, and then paste the solicitation description, as you guys see. But now, if I want to dive deeper into this opportunity, what I need to do is go back to sam.gov and install the solicitation document in the attachments section. And then I want to use this prompt here instead. So I will paste my prompt here, and then I will go back to sam.gov and then download this document. What I want to do now is to see if this opportunity could be viable for me. I want to find subcontractors, and then I want to prepare myself to write the proposal. And what we want to do here is to take a look at the statement of work and then try to extract key information from it, such as the scope of work, the technical requirements that we have to think about, and then the performance standards, project timeline, and proposal evaluation. I'll try to put all the prompts that I have in this video in the description below, so don't worry about it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head back to sam.gov and then scroll down to the attachments and links section, and here we see a SOW document, which should be the statement of work document. So I went ahead and I copied the prompt to ChatGPT, and then I'm gonna take the document and then just drop it here. Let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. So here we get the scope of work. It's about weekly commercial laundering and dry cleaning services. We have to pick up soiled laundry, delivery of cleaned items, and then the estimated volume is 50 pairs of medical scrubs and 50 white lab coats weekly. Services must include wash, dry, press, and hanging of garments. And then we have the timeline of the contract, which is base year plus 4 option years. And then we see the scope of the contract. Here we go to the technical requirements, and then we go to the performance standards. And we see all the necessary information for us to get started with this opportunity. So what do we do from here? We want to go and find subcontractors that we want to work with if we can't do the job on our own. So how do we find subcontractors? I mean, there are multiple ways. A really cool feature that has emerged lately is a feature called deep research. And the reason why I want you to use Gemini for this is that it is free when you're using Gemini. But if you are using OpenAI, then you would have to purchase the Plus plan as of now. So before we go ahead and try using deep research using Gemini, I will try to create a bullet point summary of that we could send to the subcontractors for pricing evaluation, because this is what we are mostly interested in for now. So I copied the prompt and I will paste it here. And you don't really want it to give you the emojis. It's just being so friendly here, but I'm not really gonna stress a lot about it. And what you really don't want to do is take the whole solicitation, the whole document of the scope of work, and then just send it to your subcontractor, because this is so unintuitive and it makes it so hard for subcontractors to willingly work with you. So now that we have a nice bullet point summary, I'll just tell it to remove all the emojis just to make things more serious. So here we see that we have the location, the scope of work, and all the necessary details for us. So let me take all of this and copy it, and then I'm gonna head to Gemini, and then I'm gonna paste the prompt here. And I don't know how Gemini usually looks for you per default. What I want you to do is to take the summary and copy it, and then head to Gemini, and I want you to paste it in here. You could also upload the statement of work document to give Gemini more context, but the most important step here is to press on the Gemini tag and then choose deep research. What deep research does is that it searches the internet through multiple sources, and it tries to compile a research about what you are actually looking for. And this is super, super, super helpful for us, because I know that you can ask AI to write you possible Google search queries, but I think that this makes your life a lot easier because it does the searching for you. And the prompt that I want to add here is this one. Identify subcontractors relevant for the following work and give me a list of 10 subcontractors to contact. And this should make our life so much easier. It doesn't guarantee that AI will do the whole job correctly, but hopefully it does. So let's go ahead and press submit. And you see, I don't have Gemini Advanced. This is completely free. And here you see that Google Gemini prepares a plan for us. The research websites identify subcontractors relevant for the following work. It will analyze the results, create a report, and it usually takes some time. So I'll click on Start Research. This usually takes a few minutes, but it could take you a few hours to complete. And if you want to do this in ChatGPT or centralize all of your AI process in ChatGPT, you can just purchase the Plus plan. I don't think it's too expensive. But here we see that it's actually showing us its thinking process, which websites it's going through. It's going through Reddit, it's going through a lot of websites, and it's trying to compile the perfect report for us. Here we see it researches even more websites. While it's doing its research, I just want to highlight something for you guys. You can also technically try activating the search functionality in ChatGPT, as you see here, and this will give ChatGPT access to the internet, and it could possibly help you with finding subcontractors, but it's not really the same thing as the AI doing a thorough, deep research of what you are asking for. So if you want to use the feature as mentioned, you should purchase the ChatGPT Plus plan. And if I press on Sites Browsed, I can see the list of all the websites that Gemini has visited. I've waited for a few minutes, and Gemini did its deep research, and wow, look at what we got. We got a complete market research with an analysis of the requirements from the USCG clinic, and then we got all the local laundry and dry cleaning businesses. Let me show you the list that we got. We got all of these companies. We got their name, location, if they work with commercial laundry or not, medical laundry experience. We can take all of this table and export it to sheets and make our small workflow where we mark maybe the cells if we have contacted them, and so on. And then here we get the top 10 subcontractor profiles that Gemini recommends for us, along with their contact information such as phone and email. I mean, this makes your life a lot easier. I guess you still have to take a look and see if this vendor does really suit your preferences, but this is truly a game changer for all businesses that are working with the government or planning on doing that. And as said, this is completely free. So this is really crazy that you get so much value for free nowadays in 2025. I'm not really sure how much you can use this before just gives up and tells you that you have to upgrade to Gemini Advanced. But if you really don't want to spend a penny on this, I guess you can use multiple Google accounts to do your research. So what we have done now is that we tried breaking down the description into key points, and we've created a bullet point summary that we can send. So let me give you a quick recap of what we've done. So first, we tried breaking down the solicitation description into key points to know whether we should proceed with this opportunity or not. After that, we tried diving deeper by analyzing the statement of work. And after that, we did our deep research using Gemini, and it gave us a list of 10 possible subcontractors that we can contact along with their contact information. And as I mentioned, you could also try using ChatGPT by activating the search feature and see if it gives you relevant results. So now that we have let Gemini do a solid market research of possible subcontractors that can do the job for us, if we are not going to be the prime contractor that's going to do the job, it's time to write the proposal. And I know that this could be one of the hardest parts of writing the proposal. It's a lot of stress and it could be very time consuming. And this is a perfect sequence in the bidding process that AI can help us with. So what I want you to do here is start by asking AI to write a table of contents based on the evaluation criteria. And it's kind of important to write the table of contents because it gives you the opportunity to see if the AI is doing what you think it's supposed to do. So I have prepared a little bit and I wrote the prompt here, and then I got this lengthy table of contents. And I didn't really like it, so what I asked it to do is to make it shorter and more concise, and then I got the following table of contents. And of course, I'm not saying that this is the correct table of contents that you are gonna have when writing your own. It's just an example of how the flow can be. So you can go ahead and modify the prompt to whatever you like it to be. And if you usually follow a simple template, then you can go ahead and paste it here also. After we generate the table of contents, I want to just talk briefly about a common mistake that I see many people do, and that is asking the AI to write the whole proposal. I don't really want you to do this. That is because the AI reads through the relevant information that you input when chatting with it. And when you ask it to write the whole proposal, it may miss out on some details because it's not focusing on that specific section, which makes it write in broader terms and the results could be more vague. So my tip for you is to prompt it to write section for section. And a simple prompt that you could use is the following. Start generating the proposal starting with section name. In our case, it was cover letter, but it could be anything like executive summary or whatever you have. And then ensure that the company information provided below is aligned with the relevant sections of the attached government solicitation. And here you can go ahead and paste your company's details. Or if you have a subcontractor that you have talked with, then maybe you can go ahead and fetch all the relevant information you got from the deep research report, or by heading to their website and pasting it here. And when you do this, the AI will be able to write the first ever section to your opportunity. That's simply it. I know that this may seem like a long process, but believe me, this is so much easier than the majority of people do today. Let me show you real quick how we can streamline this whole process using SAMsearch. If we head to SAMsearch, we can find the same opportunity. And for each contract available on SAMsearch, we get an AI summary that tells us the key information about this opportunity. And here we can see all the relevant NAICS codes and all the information that you can find on sam.gov along the primary contact, secondary contact. We see the same description formatted in the same way. And here we can see that we have the same number of attachments that we found on sam.gov. And instead for me having to download each document on its own, I could just click on the summarize button and SAMsearch will sift through the whole document and try to generate an AI summary for me that I can look at and read through really quickly. And here we can see all the details that are important for us when it comes to this opportunity, so this attachment. But you saw how we had to download the attachments from sam.gov locally to our device, and then we had to upload them to OpenAI. With SAMsearch, you don't really have to do this. You can just press on the Ask SAMsearch AI button, and what will happen is that the AI will analyze all the opportunities and it will do all the lifting for you. And you can start chatting with this opportunity side by side while having the description. We can ask it something similar to what we did. Break down the solicitation description. And as before, SAMsearch AI starts breaking down the solicitation into descriptions and smaller bits so that it becomes easier for us to understand it without all the hassle. And a very cool feature of SAMsearch that I want to mention very briefly is that it has a subcontractors tab where you could just look at the available subcontractors through the platform. So this is usually tailored towards opportunities where the subcontractors is a white collar subcontractor. And here you can see the reviews, you can see the details, you get the phone number so that you can call them. And you could also see the awarded contracts so that you get an idea maybe about the pricing and so on. And then I just want to show you how easy it is to generate a proposal using SAMsearch. So what we do is we pressed on the generate proposal document, and here you see all the attachments that we found on the opportunity or solicitation, along with your documents that you can upload to SAMsearch. And what happens now, I'm not gonna choose this one because it's not really relevant to this opportunity. You could also upload documents that are specific to this opportunity. And then I just press generate outline. What's gonna happen now is that SAMsearch will go through all of those 4 opportunities, and it will try to generate a table of content exactly as ChatGPT just did for us. But it will also try to generate a writing plan for each section. And we could take this outline or table of contents and modify it however we like to make it tailored to our business. This usually takes a few seconds to finish, and voila, we got a outline with an executive summary, company background and qualifications, scope of work, etc. And as said, I can click on each of these sections, modify the writing plan however I want. I can add a new section. I can delete any section that I don't really like. And then if I'm happy with it, I can just click on generate proposal. And what's going to happen now is that SAMsearch will go through your documents, will go through the opportunity documents, and then write the perfect proposal draft for you using the generated outline that you modified and crafted to suit your business. And here we can see it right in real time. And SAMsearch will notify you when it's finished writing the proposal for you. So you could just open your email and start working on the opportunity as fast as possible. So this was it for me today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope that you enjoyed all the small tips and tricks that I covered in this video. I truly believe that those tips will make your life so much easier. They are truly life-changing. Thanks again for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and happy bidding.